Welcome back to Blackout, House of Bob's cyberpunk adventure set in the Vantal Megaplex and powered by the Sprawl RPG system.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Olivia Crow, who's on the run from MassCorp while trying to figure out who's friend and who's foe.
This is Shubert. I'll be playing Bunk, the cyberfunky audio junkie, hacking beats on the Vantal streets.
My name is Alex. I'll be playing Garrett, conspiracy theorist, wildcard, senior citizen.
I'm Dan. I'll be playing Tiz, the hard-nosed reporter, tracking down corruption no matter the cost.
And I'm Jake, your GM. If you want to support the show, check us out on Patreon, give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, or just tell your friends about us. Roll on. During the last session, the four of you had a small altercation with your former client and frequent adversary, Nickel, managing to capture the well-armed corporate public relations agent, although it was another close call, particularly for Garrett, whose care you entrusted to Dr. Melissa Horst Jr., MD, to whom I might add you owe a great deal of cred for her services and discretion, feeling not only Garrett, but also Bunk and Tis got hit a couple times as well. But before we get too far into things, we do have a little bit of cleanup to do. Although it wasn't a full-blown mission, I still feel you guys have earned a little XP.
Yeah.
So we settled on 3 each, which I think is enough for at least one of you to get a new advancement.
Yeah, that puts me at 11 XP, so take an advancement.
Yeah, exactly.
Can get rid of my harm too, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did she not help me? She's like, I don't like you.
Oh, I didn't think you actually got hit, but...
I got hit a couple times.
Oh, okay, well then yes, you as well. So
Yeah.
I'll add more creds to that debt.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said anything. I just wiped it out.
Alex, what advancement are you taking for Garrett?
I kind of want to take backup so that I just have a whole crew following me around.
Your fellow retirees.
Although FaceTime would also be a super good ability because I do a lot of fast talk. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do backup.
Cool.
Yeah.
So backup, you have a group of associates, in quotation marks, who provide security. This is a small gang of 5 to 10 hired thugs. And you pick 2 from, there's a big list of modifiers you can give them. Your associates are well armed. Your associates are well armored. Your associates are ex-military. Your associates are more than muscle to you. They become loyal. Your associates have bikes or a couple of other vehicles, or you have a large group of associates.
Get to pick 2 of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick, you have a large group of associates.
Oh my
I
goodness.
thought so. I'm like, you're going to just try
Yeah.
to zerg them.
It's 15 to 30. And they are well armed.
Great.
That's good.
Terrifying.
It's better than us some of the time.
We should all take that feat. whatever you
Yeah.
wanna call it. And then we're just like, we're
It
an
does seem like
army.
a pretty good one.
Like
Yeah.
100 goons walking around with you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But we have to role play each and every one of them
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness.
with a unique and different personality.
You have to come up with a name and personality for all of these characters.
That's going to
Alex.
get so sad when they die like instantly.
What was that senior citizen gang from the
yeah.
episode with the apartment building where,
Oh, you're just going to hire them?
Geriatrics against gentrification.
yeah, it's gag.
Oh, God. I forgot.
It's actually, they're a splinter cell from gag.
They're the extremists.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
They go by the acronym BARF. They're badass, retired, fighting,
Friends.
friend.
Didn't you say barf?
Yeah.
BARF. Yeah. Badass, retired.
Oh, retired. I heard tired.
Oh,
No, retired, but they're also tired.
Badass retired friends.
Or fogies.
Yeah, badass, retired friends. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
BARF.
I'd like to join the badass retired friends when I get older.
Well, if we finish this mission,
you won't make it to the right age.
Yeah, we probably won't make it, but
Yeah. Admittance is 65 and up. So.
no, you just got to retire. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So we're
Oh.
doing this one last job.
oh, well then that could be literally after this mission.
That's always one last job.
I just had the realization that somehow Garrett has lived to like past 60, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
How have you lived this long? You're like mostly bullet wounds.
more machine than man now.
Yeah.
Because he's so paranoid. It helps keep him safe.
So Alex, like your gang, you can kind of you can send them off to do their own thing, or they can, if you fight with them, then basically how the gang rules work is for every size category bigger you are than your opponent, you deal 1 more harm and take 1 less harm. So you're like a medium gang. So if you're fighting an individual, you're doing +2 harm on everything and taking -2 harm on everything.
Fuck yeah.
That's incredible.
That's amazing.
But, I mean, that assumes you can somehow fight like with your whole gang at a time, right? So
Flash mob.
which is not always practical.
Well, we have a bus or an RV. We might need a second RV for your old people, though.
Right.
I do still have my big old car.
Nobody else had advancements, right?
No.
Nope. But everybody does get a link. We're kind of treating that as the end of the mission. So you can give a link to one of your compatriots here.
Mine will be with Bunk.
Yeah, I was thinking mine would be with Tiss, unless I can give it to Max Q.
Yeah. That's sort of my problem, too. I'm like, I spent most of the time with an NPC.
But it was with my NPC.
That's true.
So I'm going to have my link with Olivia then.
Okay.
That puts me at 4 link with Olivia. What do I do now?
Oh.
Oh, my
you
goodness.
get a special scene. No, wait. Yes?
Yeah, you would. And you would both get an experience, which won't make a difference for you this time.
Oh, man. That could have put me up to 10.
Yeah, is there anybody that you have a 3 with right now?
No.
Can you meta it somehow?
Nope.
All right, well, just decide amongst yourselves. Give each one of you, each person gets a link with each other.
Tiss and Bunk give each other, and Garrett and Olivia.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Finally, there was some loot you were able to grab from the stadium before you left. There was just a standard shotgun and SMG from the street thugs that Olivia and Daring Ned faced off against. And then there's Nickel's personal gear, which is a pretty wide array of basically a little walking armory. There's her neural-linked sniper rifle and spotter drone. Her pistol, which is a fancy Epistle MassCorp collab smart gun that can switch modes between a silenced pistol and an EMP blaster. There's her shoulder-mounted personal payload articulator. And finally, the robot decoy, which is damaged, but it's mostly intact. It's an omni-national equity product, similar tech to the plaintiff drone that served Garrett in the past in the hospital there. It's controlled by a VR headset that you found discarded in the box room that Nickel was watching you from. You find that her personal weapons, the rifle and the pistol, are electronically keyed to her grip. It would require some hacking if you wanted to actually use it. Additionally, I do imagine you'll probably need to liquidate some of it to pay for your medical bills and have some cash on hand for your next mission. So I don't think you guys are exactly flush right now.
I'm
No.
still pretty flush.
I do have 3 cred, but
I'm flushed.
I have a feeling it's going to be a lot.
I got 4.
I have 0.
To start, you guys owe Dr. Melissa Horst Jr., MD. You get the bill sent to your email the next day, and it's 6 cred.
I feel like we can rustle that up. And we need at least 1 cred for the mission. So I could spend 2 cred at the maximum.
I'll put in 2.
Yep. I'll put in 2.
Thanks, everyone.
I think Garrett should put in 2. He definitely got the most out of
He
it.
doesn't have any.
I have nothing.
Even though he
benefited the most.
He spent all his, so he didn't have to pay.
Yeah, even though he's always been the most penny pinching one of us,
I got nothing.
he's got the least.
I spent it all last time on, toys and goons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
You're retired. You should know better.
You're on a fixed income.
Yeah,
Watch your budget,
which is no income right now.
I was planning on doing my debt collection after this.
Oh, right.
Well, we're going to have to do some debt collection after this because you owe us all 2 cred.
Some of that was for your guys' bill as well.
Yeah,
But
he owes us each 1 cred, I think, because he was the most injured.
Yeah.
his
Yikes.
was 4 cred because that's the life-saving or life-threatening injuries is 4 cred.
Right.
I'd like to collect interest, so
There
I'll
you
take
go,
2.
Anyway, yeah, I'll leave that up to you then if you guys want to try to sell off some of that stuff or just hold on to it and use it or try to use it anyway.
I still have funds.
I think I would definitely like to play with that decoy.
Garrett would like to hang on to the SMG because he's realized that having nothing but a giant sniper rifle was not ideal.
Yeah, you need a close-up range gun.
Okay, so there's the sniper rifle and the rocket launcher.
Yeah, it's more like a little grenade launcher, but the
Yeah.
personal payload articulator.
What do you want? What do you want, Bunk?
Man, I'm not into these. Like, I'm good.
Well, you can take one and sell it.
You don't have to kill anything with the rocket launcher. You can cause a huge distraction.
Or
Fill it
just
glitter.
in one of your shows. Yeah, just blow
Yeah.
it up.
I'm good just selling them.
Yeah, make it into a t-shirt cannon.
That is a good idea, actually.
I think a t-shirt cannon is
I
probably
could fill
cheaper.
it full of my drone, my little BP bots.
Ooh.
That'd be a nightmare.
And then have them like fly over and
still have
drop
so many.
t-shirts on people.
I know, it's absurd. But yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need any of that jazz.
Yeah, we can just sell whatever you don't want.
Oh my God. We can use your BB bot thing in space. That'll cause nightmares.
No one can hear you beep in space, though.
That's true.
Yep, exactly.
So it sounds like you're going to sell the sniper rifle and spotter drone, the pistol, and the articulator?
I will keep the
And
pistol.
just keeping the robot?
I think the spotter drone Bunk might want to keep.
Well, because we already have one. We already have mine.
But two's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with another one.
I can't use two guns at once. I mean,
So let's sell the rocket launcher and
Just saying.
just the sniper rifle part of it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to keep the pistol.
Okay.
and we got, what, 2 spotter drones? So we could use like a shotgun and a spotter drone.
The spotter drone I'm taking won't be for using with guns. I just
Oh.
want to. I just
the-
want
He's
it
gonna
for a
rejig it.
pair of eyes.
Right.
The spotter drones, they're meant to, like, by default, they sync up with a weapon, right? So,
Mhm.
but you could likely rejig it to just, you'll broadcast to your VR
Yeah.
helmet or something like that.
He's a
So,
hacker.
yeah.
Smart.
I think I do still have an EMP gun, so maybe I could just hook it up to my EMP gun and
Right.
use it still non-lethally.
Oh, man.
So that's something you guys can figure out when we get to the like legwork phase.
What parts would you say still work on this decoy? Like that aren't completely trashed.
It's actually mostly intact because Garrett actually got a pretty good shot on it and just shot the hand off, right? So
Right.
you do need a neural link to operate it
Okay.
with the little VR headset, and it'll definitely take a little practice to work properly because it's pretty advanced.
Well, it so happens that I have a neural link in my brain. So,
Sick.
Just plug that bad boy in.
yeah, I don't know if how it'll affect me, but let's
Yeah.
do it.
You should take it out for a spin. Go do like a grocery shop or something.
So for the launcher and the sniper rifle, the like full market value for those would be 12 cred,
Whoa.
Whew,
but it's used
barely.
and they're epistle weapons, right? So
Right.
whoever's buying it is going to need to jailbreak it and stuff like that afterwards. So it's not worth full price at that.
Okay.
Someone could probably make like a hit the street roll or something like that to see if you can find a good buyer and
Which
get
one's
a
that
decent
one?
price.
I can do that. One, because I have an ability for Hit the Street that I've never used this entire campaign. Also, because I already know an arms dealer.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's true.
Tao, the guy who sold us all the toys for this last mission.
You bought one of these sniper rifles from him. You're going to sell one back?
Can any of us assist on the sale?
If you can say something smart and funny and witty.
No, then.
Oh,
Okay,
well,
stay back.
yeah. I watch in silence.
I rolled an 8, and because I have Deal of a Lifetime, when I hit the street to sell something and roll a 7 and 9, I choose one fewer result.
Yeah, so normally you'd have to choose 2 consequences exactly, so you just choose 1.
Nice.
Can I just say it's going to take some extra time to put together? Because we're not at any kind of a clock right now, are we?
I think because of your condition, because you're spending most of this time recuperating, that you don't have extra time to spend.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because you're old. You don't have extra time.
So the first option is your request is going to cost you extra, which we would interpret as you're not going to get paid as much.
Yeah.
Your request is going to attract unwanted attention, or your contact needs help with something.
Let's not attract more attention.
And I feel like we don't want it to cost extra because we want to get as much money out of this as we can, especially because I owe everybody some money right now.
I would say it could be
Mhm.
extra time. It would eat into your legwork phase, right? So that knock a block off of the legwork phase for the next mission.
I mean, this is an important
No, I'm going to do that.
mission.
I'm going to do that. That's what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, does that count as hindering the mission in pursuit of financial gain?
God.
I guess literally
Always.
it does, yeah.
You're not even going to get to level up.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you literally will not be able to use this experience. So you're literally just doing it to hurt us now.
It's my directive.
It's his prime directive.
It's
prime
role
directive.
playing.
That's right.
Okay, so full market price 12. You got a 7 to 9 and didn't choose. You're getting less money for it. So we'll call it half. We'll call it 6.
6.
So that's enough to cover all our medical bills.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I'll take my 2 cred back.
Yes.
Have it back.
I give one to Garrett so he can have some money.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you.
But not enough to hinder the mission.
I'm only giving him one so he can only bet one on the next mission.
That's a good point.
That's good.
But I've never done that. I've always bet 3.
Well, you were literally never going to be able to when you had no money.
Right.
I think you hindered it every single time.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're a bad person.
So we're going to move ahead a little bit. A little bit of time passes, and we see the 4 of you in the RV, deep in a tense discussion. We see Garrett's torso is all still bandaged up, and Tiss and Bunk are in better shape, but still nursing their wounds as well. Olivia is tending to Quip and Jack. But the big question on everybody's mind is what to do with Nickel. Currently, you've got Daring Ned and the rest of Barf keeping an eye on Nickel in a top secret, undisclosed location. That's hard to keep a straight face
Yeah, I
through.
was really impressed, actually. The rest of Barf.
But the longer you wait to deal with her, the more chance of something going awry. So you got to figure out what the plan is ASAP. So, what's the plan?
Garrett brings up his sleep with the fishes concrete shoes idea again. It hasn't been accepted at any point, but he's bringing it up again.
We just ignore it. Like,
Yeah, okay.
As we have
don't
been the last
respond.
few times.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're probably still talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's pissed. This is, what, the 4th time that Nickel has almost killed him?
I feel like you add one on every time.
This is the 6th time that Nickel has tried to kill Garrett. And you don't try to kill Garrett 8 times and get away with it.
Yeah. 8 times, shame on you, as the saying goes.
10 times, you don't get fooled again.
Unless you're Garrett.
But I can't blame her. Who doesn't want to kill you every once in a while?
Wow.
Yeah, we've all been there.
So we probably want to get into her funds if we just want to, steal everything from her.
Definitely.
Yes.
So, Bunk, would you be able to hack her accounts?
I'd be happy to.
Garrett's eyes light up when you talk about
Yeah,
draining the bank
That sounds
account.
good.
It's going to be on Omni, or was it OneCoin?
Omni. Yeah.
Omnia.
Yeah, it's going to be an Omni, so it's useless to you, Garrett.
Well, I can broker it. I'll launder it.
Yeah, he's an expert at that.
That's his whole deal.
For half the market value.
All right, I might need a guy for this.
Yeah, so that's that's not going to be an easy job by any stretch. The only reason one is as present as it is that it is considered very secure.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a big corporation.
But we literally just have Nickel here. Maybe we can get her to
And we have
help her.
Nickelbot.
Help us.
Nickelbot.
Oh, we have Nickelbot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Does it actually look like nickel, though?
just send Nickelbot to an ATM.
Exactly.
I assumed it took the figure of whoever was wearing it.
She still has another hand.
I don't think that's how that works.
What?
I imagine there's an eye scan or something.
you program it to project the image that you want it to project.
Oh.
But also, it's just a holographic image. It's not going to fool a retina scanner or a
Okay.
fingerprint scanner or anything like that.
Oh, I thought it was a robot that looked like her.
What if
No.
we send the robot in to talk to the teller?
That's what I was going to say. Genius.
You would still need to know her information,
Right.
and they probably still have at a fancy bank nowadays have a retina scanner or something like
For
that.
sure.
All right, fine. Hacking it is.
You know what they don't check for is tap. We're just gonna fucking tap her
Just
card.
do a bunch of $50 transactions across the city.
under $100 transactions across the city.
And then
yeah.
keep going back to return it and ask for store credit. And then we've got our cred.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, but we'll get there.
Or try the hack, I guess.
Yeah. We'll try the hack first.
It's probably a better idea.
Does Nickel have a neural interface?
Yeah.
I assume she does.
Can you jack into her neural interface?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
all of her data could be stored locally. I don't know. She probably has everything nicely encrypted.
That sounds dangerous going into someone else's mind.
I think that would probably be just as difficult, if not more difficult. And yeah, it could have dangerous consequences if she's got some powerful ice in there or something.
But it would be really cool.
But I mean, one would probably have much
More.
more powerful
Yeah.
than her personally. Either way, I think we could maybe hire somebody that's an expert in this.
Yeah, that would be probably the best thing. But I feel like Nickel is the kind of person to be so
Anal.
Anal, yeah, but I was thinking
about
more
her
like
security.
I was thinking more like along the lines of her hubris, like she wouldn't have to protect it as that hard because nobody would ever get
No
this
one would
chance.
steal my identity.
That's
Yeah.
actually true. Like she might not safeguard her stuff because she would never think anybody could ever get the jump on her.
So we're hacking her brain?
I wonder if we could find out where she lives. Maybe she has like a sticky note with her passwords and stuff on it.
You know that, like, she didn't consider you guys a threat, but she is more worried about the bigger things than you, right? She's always been very prepared for things. And, she's protecting herself from other corporate employees and executives and things like that.
Other PR.
Yeah, you don't really get the feeling that she would be underprotected.
Okay. Well, then, yes, I think an expert in the field of brain hacking is probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'm a beat hacker, not a brain hacker.
That's fair. And I'm just a hacker novice.
Do any of you guys know any brain hackers, by the way? Because I actually don't.
That's weird.
There's a few between brain hackers and beat hackers. So.
I feel like the cybercomms doc that I know has to have like a connection to like a brain hacker or something. That's all the same.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't know a brain hacker specifically, but I do know a hacker who still owes us for getting his daughter back, who might do it on the
that's
cheap.
Oh, yeah.
One Trip Styles.
Yeah. Trip, comma, or is it Styles, comma, Trip? What was
Styles,
it?
comma, Trip.
Trip,
Who
first name
knows?
Trip, last name
Yeah,
Style.
so Styles, comma, Trip.
I mean, it's like a code name. So
You know for sure he'd be willing to help you. He has no love lost for Nickel or Epistle.
Oh, specifically, right?
Yeah, and you guys left on pretty good terms. I don't know that brain hacking is his specialty. He was more of a data analyst with hacking as a hobby, really. But definitely was good at what he did, so maybe.
Let's call him up.
yeah, we can call him up and ask him the best way because he's probably a lot smarter than any of us.
Yeah, or he might know somebody too.
All right, Bunk,
true.
you had the best relationship with him, I think.
Is that true?
I mean,
He was the one who didn't like murder him at the end.
you guys all sold him out. Except for me.
right.
I don't remember it this way.
No, I remember it. He's right.
I mean, he might not know this, but we know this.
Right.
We were going to sell him down the river.
Well, we
Yes, you
tried.
were.
Just didn't
Oh,
work.
yeah. Okay, now I remember. You gave him a tip off.
Yeah,
Right.
thank God I did. All right, I call him up.
Actually, if you didn't, then like Nickel wouldn't be mad at us. Wasn't that like the whole reason she like went after us?
It does all go back to that, yeah.
Oh my gosh, from that first mission.
Yeah, but then Trip Styles would be dead.
Yeah, and his daughter.
We wouldn't need him though.
Yeah, and so
Anyway.
a whole bunch of other people are dead.
But he's way cooler.
It's a butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect, yeah.
Yeah, we can trace it all the way back.
You shoot off a message to
Yes.
Trip.
Yo, Trip, it's your biggest fan.
He had left the city and kind of went a little bit incognito after the events, but gave you a way to get in touch with him if the need was there, which it is. Like you had the idea, this isn't his specialty for sure, but I think maybe since leaving the city, he's probably delved a little deeper into the hacking cultures, considering he's lost his, legit job, so to speak. So maybe he has met someone who would know that field a little better.
I feel like, too, he would want to know because wasn't his daughter basically brain hacked in a way? Like when they went in those VR machines?
Oh, maybe it could be her that's become the expert in brain hacking. That'd be kind of cool if it was Mirth.
I just feel like that would be definitely a good reason for him to want to know somebody.
If you wanted to be Mirth Styles, it could be Mirth.
Yeah.
I think that would be
Let's
cool.
bring her in.
That would be super cool.
I think it would be cool because
Sure.
he'd probably be hesitant to be like, well, the one person I know is really good at this is my daughter, but
Put Mirth on the phone.
Right.
I think that's actually kind of similar to Olivia as well, because they had implanted a link inside of Mirth as part of their, when they were basically stealing people.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So it might have been in her interest to try to
Right.
figure out how that works. And
reverse engineer.
Yeah.
Sweet.
all right, sounds good. We'll get you to spend a contact card because you are discovering a new contact.
Okay, makes sense.
All right. So yeah, you get talking to Mirth. Again, they are in a undisclosed location out of the city, so she won't be able to help you in person, but she gives you a list of gear that you're going to need and programs that you'll have to compile, and we'll be on the line to walk you through it.
Okay, thank God.
We haven't got there yet, but just do you want to roll your 3D printing thing to see how much gear you have to spend? Because I think you'll probably need a gear or some kind of equipment to get this done.
Sure. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is 8.
So you can still get 3 gear, but you have to either spend a cred or advance one of the clocks.
I'll spend a cred.
cred. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have 3 gear. You spend 1 now to print off the little jacks and connections that you'll need.
Sounds good.
As you're setting up, Mirth says, are you sure about this? If this is corporate-owned cyberware, it's going to be pretty dicey in there. Things could go bad if things don't go right.
I'm ready. Yeah.
And I'm assisting, I'm assuming.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
I've done some, I pulled off some pretty big hacks, so.
Have you?
I mean, not
Famously
lately.
successful hacker.
Not when we're looking
since
at you.
I started hanging out with you guys. Maybe you should leave the room while I do this.
Yeah, you're a nervous hacker. Yeah.
Garrett can stay. He's my good luck charm.
I mean, it's an RV, so we kind of have to just get out.
Stand aside and look watch.
Garrett, can you make me some toast, actually? That would really help.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will. I'll do it in the little like toaster oven
Kitchenette.
in the RV.
That gives me at least +4.
So you guys head over to where you have Nickel tied up right now. A maintenance room in the back of a disused factory, something like that. You walk up to the door and Daring Ned is standing there guarding the door. And you guys walk on past and you see Nickel tied to a chair, giving you a withering stare.
The way she always looks at us.
If it was withering before, it's now
Withering her.
withering plus. And you get to work. You start assembling the little bits and pieces and head behind her and brush a bit of the hair aside to where the little jack is and start going to work.
Bunk is like, any chance you want to give up your info so we don't have to...
Burn in hell.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And tape goes back on.
Can't say we didn't ask.
Let's get you to roll a login check, which is synth. You're getting +1 from Mirth.
Okay. So 9, and then +1 from Mirth brings it up to a 10.
Oh, yeah. You're so good at taking instruction.
He's a script kitty. What can he say?
Oh. It's true.
All right, yeah, on a 10 plus, you're in clean. So I don't think it's a very complicated system. There's kind of a neural interface, and there's a few systems for that so that she can jack into her gun and, connect to the VR headset and things like that. There's then just, a couple kind of storage units as well. So far, you haven't been spotted by any anti-intrusion measures, but once you get closer to one of these systems, probably will.
Okay. I'm heading over to the systems that have her banking information.
We'll do a compromised security then, which is mined. These guys are locked up pretty tight.
Sounds good. Oh, I rolled 12.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, she.
And +2 mine, so 14, maybe 15 with Mirth. I don't know. How high can I
mean,
make this?
enough either way.
Yeah.
No, Jake, it's never enough.
Fortunately, no such thing as a critical.
I know.
We should get an extra password.
All the passwords.
You got in, fine. You got past the security outside of the system, fine. Now you just have to manipulate that system because things are encrypted and they're not supposed to be accessible. So finally, that manipulates systems, which is synth again. And hopefully that's all you need.
Sweet. Oh, and I have an ability that when I manipulate systems successfully, I hold 1.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay, so 8.
What does your hold do, though?
So on a 7 to 9, you gain 1 hold, and then you get an extra hold. And you can spend a hold to activate routines on that subsystem. So it would be,
To get the passwords.
yeah. So basically, you can do 2 things in this system.
Right. The 2 things are going to be A, obviously, getting her banking info. And B, I guess it would be to shut down her...
Breathing.
No. Shut down her,
No.
like weapon systems. So, like, any neural links to, like, any weapons.
Could you just shut off her neural link?
This is hold that you have over the data storage system.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's more of a specific system.
Yeah,
You're
so
right.
you'd have to move into the Neuralink system if you wanted to do that.
All right.
Okay, so banking information.
Yeah.
Should delete her childhood memories.
No, what the hell?
She has a regular brain that most of that stuff is in.
That's just extremely fucked up.
No, I figure people have like banking information that's like super encrypted, so they couldn't actually remember their own like passwords. So she has that in her brain, and that's the first thing that I get is her like Omnicoin National banking info. And the other thing I get is, I don't know, any suggestions?
Her grandma's pumpkin pie recipe.
You guys had talked before about maybe having some questions for her. You can dig around to see if there's anything like that. You could just take an intel and decide about it later.
I think that's better.
I have a thought. Maybe you could look up any passcodes that are related to the Axiom,
Why would she know?
because she was working with them.
She was working with them, but I don't think she was working like...
She might have like security codes for like doors and stuff.
That's true. Maybe she might know like a schematic or something.
As far as you know, she was never working with the Axiom.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No,
But
okay, just adjacent.
Yeah. Okay, so I think epistle information is something we could potentially get.
yeah, so just like a intel on epistle.
Because I can't think of something. I think intel on epistle would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, TBD epistle info.
Suggestions to think about later could have something to do with weapons or the drones or something like that. So,
Oh, and I did take one of their spotter drones.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, could it just be how to crack into one of these spotter drones?
Just have the like master code, I guess.
We had talked about that you'd have to reprogram the spotter drone because it's meant to
Right.
link up with that gun. So if you just wanted to get the information you'd need to do that automatically, that works for me.
I think that's perfect.
Okay.
Sweet. Got everything I needed. All right, I jack out.
You smash Alt F4 on the keyboard and pop out, and with a
Just Command Q.
little click, pull the cable out of the jack on the back of the neck.
Let's freeze those accounts.
All right.
We're gonna steal it all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I thought, it could be used to help deal with her.
Yeah. We're gonna use the money to deal with her.
Right.
I think it'll be, hella suspicious if we just, like, empty her accounts.
That's true. Let's just buy the stuff we need with her account.
Exactly.
Right.
We just want to pay for one very expensive thing.
purchase.
Yeah. So I'm
what is that?
curious. How much money are we looking at here
For what?
in Nickel's account?
Oh.
It's probably not as much as you might have expected.
Only 9 trillion.
Like, it's not like a small amount, but I think probably a lot of her buying power was through her corporate accounts. She's well paid for her services, so it's not like nothing in there. But yeah, it's not maybe the treasure hoard that you were anticipating.
I mean, I always kind of assumed that they paid for stuff, so she didn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured she had a decent amount of scratch.
Probably gets
Yeah.
a per diem. So,
While you're looking at the accounts and trying to figure out, where's all this money? You see a lot of her personal transactions are for various steroids and drugs and combat drugs and things like that.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
man.
If she doesn't get her fixed, she's going to start...
Tweak
It's
out.
not for her, dummy. It's for Blunderbuss.
I don't know. It could be for her, too.
Yeah, as resident drug expert, Garrett points out these were the drugs that Bailey was on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
dummy.
So she was actually paying for Bailey's drugs. That's
Dummy.
Come on, you're an
interesting.
investigative reporter, man.
I don't do drugs, though.
What a square.
Oh, right. I forgot you were a total square.
Yeah, look at those bell bottoms he's still wearing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to put a number on it right now,
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
but we'll figure out what you want to use it for and we'll decide how that works.
I think we want to use it on putting her away
Yeah.
in the most non-violent way possible.
Yes.
well,
yeah, I suppose this is
But
a...
completely secure.
Yes, and also secure.
yeah.
Garrett wants to live out the rest of his life without having to worry about dealing with Nickel.
For sure.
Oh, me too. Yeah,
too.
I'm all for that.
So like a couple weeks.
Some kind of time jail.
yeah,
Time
that's
jail.
when we all blow up in space. Yeah.
Who's the youngest of us?
Olivia.
How old are you? Or how much longer are you going to live?
Well, okay, that's a different question.
Who has the longest possible lifespan here? Probably Garrett.
Probably Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowing how fragile everyone else is.
Olivia's around 19. Not exactly, not sure though.
Okay.
Yeah. But how long she has to live, that's a completely different question.
Yeah. I mean, the technology in like 50 years, you could be alive for another like 1,000 years. Who knows?
Oh,
Or
for sure.
5.
Or I could get myself killed on a mission tomorrow.
Yeah. You really never know. Let's just call it like 100 years.
Yeah, let's just say 100 years.
Yes. We would like 100 years of time jail, please.
Can we like freeze dry her?
Freeze dry,
Yeah,
no.
like a sardine.
But yeah, cryotech has got to exist, right?
Cryotech's got to be pretty great, I feel like.
I do a Google search. How to freeze living person.
Google doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah, it's all Ask Jeeves. We've been over this.
Right.
We haven't talked about cryogenics or anything in this setting as a concept yet. So it's kind of, we can decide now. I don't think it would be like super, super common, but something that, you know, rich CEOs use to freeze themselves until a cure is found or whatever.
Right.
I'm willing to bet that it doesn't even work. But it's just a big money grab.
Yeah, they haven't figured out a way to like bring them back to life. So,
But one day they'll figure out how to revive them.
No, I think like that's where we're at now. I think they would have progressed a little bit. I feel like it works, but it's just super expensive.
But keeping it where it's at now means you can continue to make a lot of money off of it and keep all the profit.
I mean, that's probably Garrett's theory, but
I mean, if Garrett was doing it, that's how he'd do it.
I think that there probably is people who do that, but there probably actually is people who also can do it properly.
yeah, I got to imagine somebody's figured this out.
all right, let's go for the cheap one then.
Yeah, let's go for the cheap one.
Now, if it's like a, freeze your loved one until it can be cured, you probably just can't take in anybody you find on the street and say, hey, freeze this person.
Yeah.
You probably have to
But-
prove that you have power of attorney or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But a gang of people could come in and strongly suggest that they do that.
I think maybe also like cryogenics could be used, or like some kind of cryotech could be used industrially,
Industrially.
for like freezing, like to make like super colliders or whatever that have to be at sub-zero temperatures.
Or like mass producing hash browns.
That sounds like that would definitely kill somebody, though.
Well, there's that
Maybe.
in the fact, like, someone's just going to walk in one day and see a human body.
There's probably like food uses.
The
Yeah.
point is, I don't want to
Right.
kill her.
Okay.
I want.
Yeah.
Sure.
I would like her to remain alive after the time is up.
But long after we're dead.
I mean, we don't have to go through the like right routes. We could potentially pay off someone to put her in.
If it kills her, we can just shoot her in the head and be done with it.
Well, if we know for a fact that's going to kill her, yeah, why go through all
Yeah,
this trouble?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, sure. Then it is a legitimate but expensive option.
Yeah. And I still have this hologram to say that she wants to have it done to herself.
Could we say there's like a black market kind of thing where we pay someone that works at the facility and they like double up bodies and
Or
stuff in
swap
freezers?
someone out.
Yeah, I like
Oh,
that.
fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like it's not a black market like freezing place. It's a guy who works for it. That's,
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
shady guy who works at the facility.
He's-
I like that.
He's the
Yeah.
janitor.
I could use a contact for that.
That's got to be my contact.
okay.
It's got to be Garrett's
Yeah.
contact.
Yeah. So scamming, I mean, totally still happens.
Yeah. Okay, what's this guy's name going to be?
Mr. Freeze.
Uh-huh.
Arnold.
Well,
That's his
Arnold
street
is his
name,
first
yeah.
name. Yeah. What's his last name?
No, his name is going to be Francis.
The scammer.
Francis Xavier, or Freeze for like, that's a street name. FRX Freeze. That's like how Elon Musk would spell it.
I don't see like the ampersand though, or whatever other extra characters.
Yeah, it's got to have a weird symbol.
But it's silent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I think by definition, this guy has to be the most scumbag of scumbags.
Oh, yeah.
He's a real dirt person.
For sure.
But, I mean, that's the kind of people that Garrett meets every once in a while.
That's right.
Are you doing your I know people or your regular
No, I'm using a
contact,
contact card. I know people sucks. I'm using the contact card.
Yeah, I don't want them angry at us.
You still have to do a roll.
8 modified.
Okay.
Can I leverage Barf to like intimidate him?
Or can we pay him more money?
Or can we pay? Well, I guess that's one of the potential. That's one of the 2 from 7 to 9s. It's going to cost extra.
If you want to use your gang to intimidate him, then it would be a hardball roll instead, which is edge.
No, do you know what? I have way better style than I do edge.
Sure.
So yeah, that's fine. I'll pick 2. So It's going to cost extra, and I don't want to draw unwanted attention or waste any time. So I guess there's something that we got to help him out with as well.
Okay.
He wants a favor.
Like we got to dispose of the body that he swaps her out for.
I don't want like that. I prefer the idea that there's just 2 people in there.
Or, there's like they cycle the machines out every once in a while and he plugs it in the back room and fires it back up.
But I mean, he probably has a personal thing he wants us to do.
And it's going to be
And
really
it's probably
gross.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I knew it.
Because it's going to cost extra, that's going to be all the cred you think you can milk out of Nickel's accounts without attracting attention.
Okay.
But we break even, right? So,
Yeah.
And Nickel's
Okay.
gone.
We milk it.
Any parting words for Nickel?
Well, yeah, I hope so. I still would like
you
to.
got some fresh meat for me.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I was just going to say, sleep tight.
I leave the room.
Oh, looks like a fine specimen. She'll freeze up good.
Oh, God. You just leave them in there, right?
Yeah, leave them in there.
Garrett, what the fuck did you do? Where are we?
How did you know this guy again?
We play poker on Fridays.
Oh, God, you're real.
Yeah, we play poker on Fridays.
Turns out he's a member of BARF.
Oh, no.
No, he works there. If he works there, he's not retired.
Oh,
Right,
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play poker on Fridays. He's not like my
Oh.
friend, but like, one of the guys
Uh-huh.
who comes
He
to
might
poker
think
brings
he
him
is,
along
though.
and, he buys some drugs and whatever, right?
I'm sure he does.
He's just a guy. Okay?
Yeah.
Stop
He's just
asking
a guy,
questions. He's just a guy. We're going to solve the problem.
I mean, he literally asked us, like,
Do you really want to know how?
No, I don't want to know
No.
about this guy at all.
like the first thing he said was talking about fresh meat to us. So,
All
like,
I want to know is that he's not going to do something super
I
weird
mean,
with her body.
not with us here. So not that we'll know of.
Reassuring.
I'm going to wait to see Nickel get frozen, I think.
Do you guys have suggestions on what he would need you to do?
Seems like a guy who would want us to do a fetch quest just for something bizarre.
Yeah, like abduct someone he wants frozen.
No, I won't do that.
the queen.
Human trafficking, literally something Olivia hates. Takes a big stand on it.
Or we got to like cover his tracks for something he's done.
Could be like a hacking thing. Like you need to, open up this room or cover up certain activations,
Yeah.
like clear out the history logs for these machines.
I feel like he's got quite a history he needs us to clear out for him.
Yeah.
Show me how to delete my search history.
Yeah.
Is that it? Do we just show him how to delete his search history?
I mean, don't act like Garrett knows how to do that.
Why would you delete it? Come on.
It could be he needs some coolant or parts or equipment.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm willing to get items that are not human.
Can I just 3D print him some parts?
Okay, sure. Let's do that. Let's not dwell on this too much longer.
I really don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want him to talk again.
This guy's making me feel ill.
Here we're trying our best to do a good thing, and then we meet this man.
Oh my God.
I guess good is like relative, but not kill Nickel anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want a minute with Nickel before she gets put under?
Yeah.
All right. Francis, please leave.
I mean, we were going to say that regardless.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can watch from the screen in the other room.
Okay,
Oh my
bye.
God.
Bye, bye, bye. Oh, God.
That guy's the worst.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, so,
know.
okay.
Never. What wouldn't he do?
And he winks as he closes the door behind him.
Everything about him's the worst.
I know, right? Oh, God.
Garrett. Ugh. I don't know what to say.
Starting to question your devotion to our team.
We could have had her sleep with the fishes.
No.
I spend my contact card on a non-violent alternative.
Yeah, exactly. We should be thankful to Garrett, guys.
I feel like this is worse than death.
So, Nickel. Hey, girl.
She kind of... she rolls her eyes the hardest you've seen someone roll their eyes.
Yeah, I mean, that's not an unusual look for her, though. We're trying to solve maybe two problems here. We don't want you to come after us, and you don't want us to exist. So...
We can agree on something finally.
let's call this even. This is the best we can do without, you murdering us, which we personally don't want.
Plus, you'll get to see the future. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah.
Kill interesting people?
Yep.
I mean, he said we're good for like 100 years, I think, so.
Yeah.
If your plan is to torture me by continuing to jabber on, then it's not going to work.
No. That wasn't the plan.
That's just bonus if this is torture.
Yeah. We just wanted to, I guess, bury the hatchet, as it were.
And then bury you.
Yeah. And then freeze you. Nickel, you talked a big game. And, I feel like you really piqued my interest with some of the bullshit you said. And I just want to know how much of it is true. You ain't got nothing to lose at this point to tell me.
Am I really a hack journalist?
Poor Tess.
Take that
So
back.
hurt.
You didn't mean it.
No, but you were talking more about, we didn't understand the big picture and all this other nonsense. It's like, maybe we don't, but obviously you don't either, since you're in this situation now.
I know very well what's happening.
Well, then what's happening?
I've told you, you're nothing, I'm nothing, none of this matters. There is no big picture. You were supposed to just keep your head down, go with the flow. You could have eked out an existence like everybody else, but you refused to play your part, and, well, this is what it gets you. You guys are not long after me, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's probably true. Then I shut the door.
All right, no, before that, I kick her in the shin real hard.
Oh my God.
And then that way she'll wake up with a big bruise on her shin.
Jesus Christ.
Better put some ice on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with you?
This is really butthurt. I just didn't think it was so nihilistic, her point of view. She made it sound like it was bigger than that, but apparently she's just given up.
What an edgelord.
That's fine. She was never going to tell us anything, so.
So yeah, shut the door on her and we turn the timer to 100.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
That's how it worked in Futurama.
I'm curious who the other body is in there with her, but.
Mm-hmm. You could have snapped a pic, I guess, with your glasses.
That seems like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, I'll snap a pic once she's like frozen and be like, yeah.
Well, and then we can use it to black market Francis later one day if we need to.
That's true.
Perfect.
Black market, blackmail him.
Yeah, black market blackmail.
Black market, blackmail.
All right. Can we leave here without speaking to Francis? Is that doable?
He's in the only way out.
Oh, no.
The only way out is past him or into the freezer.
All right,
Oh
I
my
get into the
gosh.
freezer. Yeah.
Scoot over, Nickel.
See you in 100 years.
See you in 100 years.
How much longer is Francis going to live?
Instead of doing Francis a favor, we could just push him into a freezer.
Oh, man.
We'd be saving the world.
Push him in with her.
Oh, no. That's terrible.
How would we not be doing the world a favor, though?
2 birds with 1 stone.
But he'd still exist in the future. So we're not doing the world a favor.
You're just dooming the future.
Mhm.
Oh, you're right. We should take him out on our way out.
Yeah, maybe that is the best
I'd be
thing to
more
do.
down with killing him.
The thing you guys are doing would not be possible without him. You are the problem.
All right, fine. We won't kill Francis.
Yeah.
Yet.
You make it so hard to kill people who deserve to die.
Spent a whole mission not killing someone, Jake. Just let us kill someone.
Let's have a little murder, just a little bit, because we've been so good.
Yeah, just a taste.
It's a cheat day.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Okay. So
There might be something wrong with us.
I'm gonna just open the door, next room, and avert my eyes as best as I can.
On the way out, Garrett just like nods at Francis and says, "See you Friday."
Ew.
See you in 2 weeks.
Oh,
No.
God.
Get out of here, Francis.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the House of Bob. If you're enjoying the show, we'd love it if you gave us a review on Apple Podcasts. You can tell a friend. You can also chat with us on social media. We're at the House of Bob on most platforms. If you'd like to financially support the show, then head over to our Patreon. We've got 35 plus hours of bonus content like director's commentary, one-shots, RPG zines, and a monthly blog post. I'd like to thank our patrons. That's Volt, Tyler K, Tom Inns, Tom Wesley, Mike, Scooter Emerson, Robert, Ray Kearney, Mark Boykin, Mary Margaret, Luke Conroy, Kieran Duffy, Keith Haddad, Josh Jordan, Jessica Colvin, Elias Anderson, and Blackout. If you've had a name change or I've been pronouncing your name wrong, send us a message or an email and we can correct it for next time. Artwork for this episode was by Shubert. Audio production by Alex of Astronomic Audio. Music by John Julius, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution. And a special thanks to Hamish Cameron for designing the Sprawl RPG system. Thank you again for listening to this episode of the House of Bob. Have a great day. Roll on.
Gonna
be gross.